I'm Audio. Continuing on from where we were, Mugen is in another event here, and I forgot all about this. I completely forgot about this. Somebody had mentioned to me recently that fielding him again after he's already been hurt or whatever triggers another one of these scenes, and he's actually gone for good. I don't have any experience with that. They said that's what happened to them. I'd like to see if that's what actually happens. I thought it was a limited thing, like you had to have him have an event like this occur 3 times for him to die. He's an old man, so... I mean, I'd like to know where he got that massive scar from. It's not like he's... I mean, he's a fucking spaceship guy. You know, they don't fight with swords anymore. So yeah, this is probably something that people have seen on their first playthrough. If they used Mugen, this is something that they saw. My first playthrough, I did not use Mugen at all, actually. I saw his bonuses as weird. I prioritized laser admirals, so... You know, Mugen just kinda... fell to the wayside for me. I didn't get any of his events my first time through the game. I didn't really... do anything. Oh yeah, he has the peace bonus. So I would leave him in places so they stabilized twice as fast. That's what I did with Mugen. Now that I recall. This might relocate him to Japan as well, I don't remember. Anyway, events phase, let's see what we've got. Oh dear god, so much shit. Alright, they had another spies. We're building a colony. Arrival of a legend. Hostile takeover. Nelson's here, I get the H scene with her. Oh man. Alright. Alright. I gotta date another spy. That's really important, you guys. I can't emphasize how vital this is. Like, ugh. So important. I gotta do it. And more Dokutsu stuff. I start to become a little hazy about what happens as we move on here. Yeah. I don't know, when I look at characters in this game that I can sympathize with the most or like apply to myself the most, I tend to think of Raitia. I'm not really sure why. There have been a lot of situations in my life where I had to take charge of things and do things my way because other people weren't good enough to do it. So I just relate to her the most out of all the characters. Though, to be perfectly honest, I prefer a role like Garcia. You know, where I am like the backup to the main person. Like, I would prefer to be the vice president as opposed to the president. Not because I lack... Well, no, that's not true either, because they're not related to each other. I like to be the person who heavily supports and influences the lead person. That's what I like to do. That's my favorite thing, so... In life, I mean, that's the kind of role I will always search for. In social situations... Or, otherwise, I guess. I find that's what I'm best at, and that's what's most enjoyable. I mention that because I don't really relate to Garcia at all, which is weird, right? I mean, it's obviously bad for Dokutsu. There isn't much else going on here. And the economics guy is all sad and whatever, but it's not necessarily his fault that the situation is terrible. I mean, there are a lot of things going bad for Dokutsu right now. A lot of people actually, a lot of historians question why Hitler attacked Russia when he did. It would have worked out if he could have prepared properly for the winter season, or if he had taken all of Moscow very quickly. I think he intended to take Moscow before winter became a serious issue, but there's no fucking way he was going to do that fast enough, and most historians look back on that and say even he should have realized that. Because that's kind of what... You know, I mean, it wasn't Russian brilliance or Russian tactics during World War II that won it for them. It was the winner and the Germans' lack of preparation. Otherwise, World War II probably would have changed quite a bit. Yeah. But yeah, it's just news of losses for Doku 2 in this scene. More losses, more sadness for them. Yeah. Man, doesn't it suck seeing Raytia sad like that? Oh. I don't like that at all. And this is another one of those situations where things are getting bad, it's clearly going to end poorly, and they don't know what to do. Like, it's all sad. You don't get this stuff with Togo. You don't get this stuff with the main faction. You better be sad when these scenes come up, or you're just not human, you know? And actually in the game world, Rommel and Manstein are both pretty capable people. Gracia is pretty capable too, I guess, but she can't do anything. She's not even an admiral in the game. I think she has some H scenes, but I don't recall ever getting them myself. Yeah, so anyway, she's not an admiral. I'd like to state that again. You don't get Gracia as an admiral ever. But Manstein and Rommel are both good. I think Rommel is one of the... I don't think Rommel's that good. Like, I mean, in the game world, they're intelligent people and they're capable. But I don't think that they're, actually very good units. No admiral, defense failure, Japan is not stable. You know, I've never lost Japan either, so I may as well put that out there. I don't know what happens if you do. I don't know if it's game over or if you just relocate. A game over would be fair because it would be so hard to lose, you know? I mean, how do you lose Japan in this game? You get attacked by scout fleets and you lose Japan? That would be interesting. So, you know, and things are still horrible for Ares. They're just as bad for Ares as they are Dokutsu, actually. So, because I mean, you've got to look at it. Ares held off Dokutsu, and I guess they made some progress in Africa, but you've still been taking all of their colonies. It's still not good for them. By any means, it's not good for them at all. Yeah, and in real life, Germany captured all of North Africa for a time. I believe they had all of it up to Egypt, and then, or no, they couldn't take Egypt. I think that's what it was. El Alamein was one of the big cities that got fought over a lot, and there were like 2 really significant battles there. I don't recall. Anyway, a lot of tanks and stuff in the desert, and Germany had pretty good hold over North Africa for a long time, until America came in, and Great Britain, I think, focused on North Africa over the rest of the Eastern Theater. So, you know. I'll go ahead and skip this. It's Eliza talking about the fact that she's going to she's gonna go to Suez, I guess, and do whatever up there. I don't know why Suez is where it is in this game. Unless I might actually be wrong about where it is. I don't. The Suez Canal is in South America, right? I'm thinking of the Panama Canal. Where is the Suez Canal? I guess I'll look that up. Anyway, this is your opportunity to capture Eliza, or I'll just call her Eliza. That's a British name. Fucking Thornberries. Haven't seen that show for upwards of 10 years. That's something. Anyway, we'll go back to the game. Yeah, I won't be advancing any further than this in the colonies until Dokutsu falls. So I'll put that out there. I might tickle Gamerica a little bit here and there. Yeah, alright. Okay. Alright. Alright then. Okay. Here we go. Alright. Okay. How many more affirmations can I spout? Alright then. Here's more this. More, I say, but it's not really more. The Yuan was a Chinese dynasty, I believe. Hell, it may have been a Mongolian dynasty. I don't really know how Mongolian dynasties work. Anyway, you recognize this guy, right? You might. Yep. I was gonna say something clever, but I don't really have anything clever to say. I mean, it is what it is. It's Rance Khan. It's Rance Khan, all right? He, you know. There are plenty of reasons that he could exist in this game world. It's going to take even longer to get Hanitora. I realize that now. I'm a little unhappy about that because it's been fucking 15 turns now since I could have obtained her. Anyway. This could exist in the same world as Sengoku Rance. I think all of the Dai games exist in the same universe. I'm not positive about this. But Rance bangs everybody. He is all over the place, and the nature of this game is that it's taking place across the universe. So, technically, one of his descendants could exist within the game. As far as the Sill Plain horse, it's not called Sill, and it's not called Plain, so it's just a horse called Jinba. You know. Sill's on ice at the moment, so I don't think she turns into a horse at any point in time. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know what to think about that. So, it's just a horse. As far as I'm concerned, it's a horse that Rance's kid died. He dyed its fucking mane to look that way. I don't know. Or it's some weird breed of horses that Sill magicked into the universe. How does that sound? That sounds good, right? These guys are the minions of Rance. I don't know if they're related to anything. Anyway, the Yuan, they rely on cannon units, actually. Which may be a historical reference, now that I think about it. I mean, Mongolia was pretty famous historically for wielding explosives. And, you know, ancient explosives, which I guess would be more comparable to cannons than missiles, ultimately. I don't know if that's the reference, I'm just putting it out there. But, you know, there aren't very many horses associated with the Yuan, and they just come out of a different dimension, and boom, they take over all your territories up there, and it is what it is. Then you take them back, which is it's good. There's a good girl here that comes on. I think her name is Coyote. Actually, she's cute. She's got some good scenes. I like her a lot. She's one of my favorite units. Which I haven't actually said that much in this game, because I still haven't made a list. I mean, Raytia is like an easy one, like, oh yeah, Raytia is one of my favorite units. Who doesn't say that? Everyone loves Raytia, it's obvious. But, I don't mind saying it, because it's true. And, yeah. This Coyote girl is one of my favorites as well. She's comparable to Raizo, I guess, in how you use her. You just feed her cannon units. And you can see here he's come here from Mikado, so, you know, I don't know where he got the picture, if he's from a different dimension, or I don't actually know how that stuff works in this universe. Anyway, I did not get this on my first playthrough either, by the way. That the trigger for Rance to spawn is, well, you need to take Arabia before turn 30. That's why I kind of rushed there, or Hawaii, I think, or a UHOS territory. I'm not positive. I think it's those three. Anyway, he's here in my game, so you can see what all his content is about. Oh god, I hope this isn't temporary. It may well be temporary. Apologies, I'm sure you can hear my pet train. Living a block away from a train station is... well, you're gonna get a train going by every once in a while. So, that's how that goes. Anyway, I don't think that they're timed there. Maybe they are. Maybe it's like 2 or 3 turns. When I started doing this playthrough, I didn't have any intention to get Montgomery or Eliza. I didn't really care about them. Eliza's a pretty shitty unit, and Montgomery's okay, but I can live without him. So, if I miss out on my opportunity to obtain both of them, I'm not gonna be too concerned, to be perfectly honest with you guys. Sorry if you really like either of them. I guess I like Eliza's design. I mean, she's got a better design than her daughters. But yeah, I don't have much else to say there. So they just kind of keep going on about how you can attack Suez, and that's done. And this is probably about the Yuan. Let me see here. Yes, it talks about the Yuan here, but you've already been introduced to them, and it's nothing really new. So it just talks about we should counterattack the Yuan. Well, yes, we should. That's a good idea. And let me scout them really quick to refamiliarize with myself with what they have. Yeah, just cannon units. Pretty bad cannon units. So whatever. Fuck that. Let me scout here too to see if Eliza's here. Yeah, there she is. Eliza Britton. And Montgomery. Anti-missile and sonar. He's not very good either. I remember them being more of a threat. Well, not Eliza. She's just in a comm ship. She's fucking Montgomery. So alright, let me see you in the next part. How's that sound?